eyes of the world watching. It's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. The Lombardi trophy waiting in the wings tonight. Kate, Scott, and Brock Heward here, and a narrative we are all focusing on this evening, partner. In the franchise's first ever appearance here, can they win it all?
And we're focusing on it. The country's focused on it. Everybody on the outside is focused on it. But here's the deal, Kate. If they're going to get it done, they've got to play light, not tight. And that is so much easier said than done on this stage.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this third down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Goff to the air now. Hits him on the in route. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Dax Hill up for the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Gibbs. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First and 10 from the 32. Burrow from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Lions will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Not an overwhelming amount of running room available, but he made what he could through the traffic on the pick. Everything he got them, just a bonus really anyway. They were certainly satisfied by simply getting off the field.
So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Gibbs now from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the draw, this is Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Goff now on 3rd down. He finds space, middle of the field. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Montgomery can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying to run with Gibbs. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, You've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Quite the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is 3rd and goal. A motion at tight end left. He gets it again. And he will not be denied a second time. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
I was like streaming on TikTok and was YouTube, so like people watching shit.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Burrow out of the shotgun. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Ball start. Offense.
So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start makes this a far tougher call now. 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. This gets the 1st and more. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
And the Bengal 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Burrow on the play action. Escapes the pocket.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. Burrow to the air now. Throwing the out route complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. but these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Chase coming in motion right. Second down, looking for options. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got the first down grab and still going. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Pirine crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals trim the lead to 1. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Gone. Screen here for Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, Instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. First down throw from Goff. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 32. Another one for Gibbs. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
1st down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Goff setting to throw. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing again, it's Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Burrow's going to sneak it. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. He dodged the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. And the first play in the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Short pass brought in, and he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
The Lions readying for the punt. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7. And a Bengal first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Burrow from the gun. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's a toss left side. It's Brown. Has room into the secondary. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
That's good.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. Putting a receiver in motion. This one to Williams out left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Williams. A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, gone. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. A pitch out to Montgomery. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Goff to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Third and long for him here. Raymond there to grab it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. The left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing is Burrow. Complete over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On first down, here's Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Again, it's Burrow. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Gibbs to start the third. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They give up the gut to Montgomery. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. throw here, third down. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Lions first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
We've set it downs from 37. On first down, it's Gibbs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, gone. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. Now, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the draw, this is Gibbs. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, two sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on fourth. Back to throw it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. First call here coming from the shotgun. Burrow gets it out wide quick. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
So from closer than comfortable to their end zone, it is 2nd and long. Working near his goal line. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third down gives to Brown. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Punting unit out now. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. Jukes away from one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Once more, it's Montgomery. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Goff tosses it quickly out wide. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Bengals football. We'll see if they can erase that lead to win it all here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Quick slant, here's Gesicki. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
So 1st down from the 41. Burrow from the gun. That is caught, and it's Higgins again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Burrow. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
To the air again, it's Burrow. He's got Gesicki complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys they can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Brown quick on the draw here. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Burrow now on 1st down. Down to the 10. Pass is caught at the 9. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals come through to tie it in the 4th. All right, Brock, take me inside the helmet of a quarterback here as you're laying there after taking that hit. Are you asking your linemen? Are you listening to the crowd? What are you doing to find out if you made the connection?
Yes and yes and yes to all of that. You're listening to the crowd. That's kind of your first indicator as you're laying there. That roar, what is it? Is it a touchdown? Is it a pick? And then your buddies let you know right away as they pick you off the ground, and that is a hit you will take for 6 every time.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick.
Lions 20.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Here's Raymond on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Goff off the play action. That's completed right side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
A give now to Montgomery. Still has some space inside the 35. And he takes it down to the 33. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Lions have a 1st down.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Montgomery. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution of plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. From the gun, gone. Into traffic, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal at the
Double coverage, deal breaker
line.
for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. It's Montgomery again. And he's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. He'll throw it. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They'll try for 2. Goff gets his line set.
The Lions will set
All
up.
right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4.
Makes the score Lions 28, Bengals 21.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. The tight end in motion now. Burrow to the air now. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's a gain of 8.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Bengals down by 7. This might just be the play an incredible Super Bowl is remembered for. Here's 4th down. Desperation time here. And the call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First down now, ball at the 33. They give up the guts of Montgomery. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're going to pass it here. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
3rd down and 12.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. This is brought in by Laporta. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Drawn up for him. And Detroit has done it. One of the league's oldest and proudest franchises has finally reached that pinnacle. Lions fans, congratulations on your first Super Bowl championship. You think of all the seasons this franchise has gone through, Brock, the great teams they had that came up just a little bit short, the rebuilds that ushered in new, hopeful eras, all of those have led to this moment when they were finally able to claim their first Super Bowl title.
And you know what's so amazing about this mountaintop, Kate, is we're looking out on the field and the confetti and all the players and coaches and families, everyone in the building, and yet you and I know